So I had to make this tier list myself. It does not exist for good reason. Long story short, last week or the last 2 weeks, I had COVID. I'm pretty sure that I still have COVID, but you know, after 2-3 weeks, usually you're fine. And I thought it'd be kind of goofy as a joke if we did a COVID-19 symptoms tier list. This might offend some people who lost family members from COVID, but you know, this hopefully will give you guys, those of you at least that are for some reason maybe not vaxxed, an understanding of how bad COVID-19 can get. But those of you that can be vaxxed should be vaxxed. And I hope this is a wake-up call for the fact that it's kind of crazy out in these Anyway, what better way to really show how COVID looks than with emojis, okay? We got body aches, shortness of breath, chills, confusion, congestion, cough, dead, diarrhea, fatigue, fever, headache, lung damage, nausea, no taste, runny nose, sore throat, and vomiting. They're not labeled S through F tier. Instead, we have the lowest tier, which is I have COVID. Like, you don't even notice it. Then we got not too bad, which is basically like, it's fine. It's not great. Then there's annoying, where it's like, it's not gonna hurt you and stuff, but it's annoying, okay? Then we got awful. Like, this is gonna suck, right? Then we got I want to die tier. Like, you're not gonna die, but you feel like you wanna die. And of course, we have death. This is death tier. You know what? Let's just start off at the top of death tier. Dead. So obviously, I had to put dead as one of the symptoms of COVID-19 because obviously you can die from complications with COVID-19. Probably the worst symptom to get. So everything else here though is better than death. Okay. So let's start in alphabetical order. Body aches. Depends on how bad the body aches are. So I actually did have a bit of body aches, and it just feels like you just worked out really hard. And so you just have a bit of a sore, like on your butt, on your legs, on your arms. It's not too bad. I'll put it in the not too bad section. Like, if you get body aches and that's like the only thing you get from COVID, that would be pretty bearable. Like, it's not like unnoticeable. Like, obviously you'll feel sore, especially if you don't work out. So now you guys are saying at least annoying. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's somewhere between not too bad and annoying. Low annoying, high not too bad. Yeah, I would say, like, imagine that it's like in between these. So I'm putting it at the top of not too bad. Next up, we got shortness of breath. Shortness of breath can feel like you're dying. Luckily, it doesn't kill you usually. Shortness of breath can feel really frustrating because, like, it feels like your lungs aren't working from time to time. I don't know if you ever had shortness of breath, but that's like a terrible feeling sometimes. Shortness of breath is more awful than annoying. Like, annoying would be like, oh, I can barely do stuff, but like sometimes it literally feels like you're gonna die. I would put shortness of breath into the awful tier. I think awful's fair. We got chills. I actually got chills. Chills is honestly just annoying. You know what the annoying part about chills is? Like, I don't think it's unbearable, but it sucks because sometimes it's like really, 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 really hot. Everyone else is like wearing like short sleeves and shorts, but you're over here like bundled up. Like, that's an annoying feeling, man, when it feels like you're doing everything you can to stay warm. Yeah, chills definitely annoying. So confusion was actually something that was mentioned in the symptoms, but apparently this is like a terrible symptom. I never had this type of confusion. I'm gonna put it at the top of awful. I don't think you want to die when you're confused, but apparently like it's like crazy. It's like a fever dream on times 10 that COVID can get you. So if that happens, call your doctor. Apparently, like, that's like something you should definitely get checked up for. If you don't got a doctor, find a doctor, because that is crazy. Congestion is so annoying. I was gonna put it in not too bad, but I think congestion is super duper annoying. Congestion literally makes it so hard to sleep. You ever have that feeling when you're like sleeping on one side, trying to get like this nose to open up, so then like this nostril opens up because like I don't know, like your mucus shifts to their side so you can finally breathe. There's like a split second where you could fully breathe, but then your other side gets clogged. So you switch sides again, and then there's a split second where you can fully breathe, but then the other side gets clogged. It never ends, and you're just like, and you're trying to blow your nose. You're just constantly blowing your nose. You're just like trying your best, but you're up all night just trying to like blow your nose, and you have to like sit up just to sleep. Super annoying. Super annoying. Congestion sucks. All my homies hate congestion. Then we got a cough. Put the cough in not too bad. Like, it's a cough, guys. It depends on how bad your cough is, obviously, but that would be more towards like the shortness of breath and lung damage thing later. We'll talk about that. But if it's just like a cough, you'll be fine. It's just a cough. You're gonna be like, you know, it could be worse, and you should be glad that all you have is a cough, you know. Obviously, the downside is that you can spread COVID a lot easier, so stay inside if you got a cough. Please don't spread COVID to your family members and stuff. I think not too bad's fair for me for this one, dude. Oh, okay, then we got diarrhea. Oh man, diarrhea, dude. I'm putting it at the bottom of awful. I feel like I'm giving it too much credit, like, because I think it's more annoying than it is awful. However, being forced to run back and forth to the bathroom all day kind of disrupts the entire flow of your life. That feeling where like you think you're gonna fart, but it's actually diarrhea. That's like the scariest feeling because you might poop your pants. Saddest feeling of your life when you're a grown man pooping your pants. You know what I'm talking about? You've gotten diarrhea before. It's awful. Don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about, bro. Don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about where like you think it's a little fart, but then a little bit of poop comes out. Don't pretend you don't know that. Up next, we got fatigue. So fatigue means you're just like exhausted. It's similar to body aches, but way worse. You just can't function. You're so tired. Honestly, I'm putting them on the top of annoying. Obviously, fatigue is not the worst thing in the world, and I'd rather have fatigue than diarrhea. I don't think it's awful though, because like you just gotta sleep through it, but I definitely think it's annoying. Like I want to still be able to do some stuff, you know, and fatigue kind of limits me a little bit, man. We got fever. Oh man, it depends, man. Fever dreams are wild. Fever is like worse than chills though, but a little bit better than diarrhea. I'm gonna put fever in the bottom of awful. It's extremely frustrating to be super hot, you know? I'm not a fan of getting a fever. Your head just feels like crazy. I think fever is solidly an awful. Then we got headache. Depends. If it's a migraine, I want to die. If it's just a regular headache, it's a bit on the awful / annoying side. But let's assume it's a migraine for a bit here. So I would put it in I want to die. I have been blessed with the ability of not having a migraine, but I have a couple friends that get migraines, and it is the most miserable experience in your life. Like you do want to die, man. It's like someone's hitting you in the head with a hammer nonstop. The pain just doesn't go away, and there's really nothing you can do about it a lot of the time. So definitely in the I want to die category for sure. But mind you, if it's like a regular headache that you can just take an Advil or a Tylenol, it would be more in the top of annoying. I think that's a fair way to put it, right? Oof. And we got lung damage. So permanent lung damage. Some people, when they get COVID, got permanent lung damage even after they're done with COVID. That's how bad COVID is, because it hits the lungs the most aggressively. So imagine shortness of breath, but forever. That's essentially what the permanent lung damage can do. So I'm gonna put that at the top of I want to die. It is a miserable feeling. Like, please be safe out there. Please get vaxxed. You don't want these symptoms to occur. We got nausea. Oh, nausea, man. The feeling like you want to throw up, everything's spinning. I would put it above a fever. Nausea sucks. It's not a great feeling. It's definitely awful for sure. Damn, is it worse than diarrhea? I think it might be worse than diarrhea, honestly. I think it might be worse than shortness of breath. It's like on the same level as confusion. You might want to call a doctor if you're very nauseous constantly, man. It's a really strange feeling. Terrible feeling. I hate it. You should hate it too. Yeah. No taste. I'd probably put no taste in the not too bad category, man. Okay, some people would argue it's annoying, but if the only symptom you got was that you couldn't taste anything, that's fine. You'll live like a week with no taste. I would have preferred no taste than congestion. I had congestion, I had chills, I had a fever. I would have preferred no taste over all of that. It's sometimes permanent. Yeah, actually, my cousin, she got permanent no taste. And if you get permanent no taste, I would put that into the awful. Top of awful, or even I want to die. Because life just becomes sad. If it's just for a week, okay, fine. I can see where you guys are coming from. I'm gonna put it in annoying. I'm gonna meet you guys in the middle. Yeah, no taste is more annoying than I'm giving it credit. Runny nose. Like, you got a little bit of runny nose. That's fine. Just blow it a little bit. Who cares? Congestion is so much worse. When your nose is stuffed, way worse. It is not that bad. Yeah, you get a little drip every now and then. You just wipe it. You literally just get a tissue, wipe it. Runny nose is only annoying when you're trying to sleep. Okay, then I'll put it in the not too bad category. But I would put it like below body aches. I guess nothing is in the category of I have COVID. I guess it'd be like asymptomatic. Yeah, put asymptomatic in the I have COVID question mark category. Because come on, if you're asymptomatic, you don't know you have COVID. It's awful. Nah, sore throat is not too bad. Borderline annoying. I would probably put it below cough. It's not that bad. When you swallow, you feel like that pain in the back of your throat. You know what I'm talking about? You're like, and you're like, ugh, like your life really goes on. It's like not too bad. I should have put like really annoying. That's what I should have done. So yeah, it's not just annoying, it's really annoying. So that's what the not too bad is, just annoying. I think that's a better way to categorize it. You got annoying, you got really annoying, you got awful, you got I want to die, and I got death. I think that's better. I solved our problems. Okay, now we're on the final vomiting. If you got bad vomiting, it's on the bottom of I want to die, man. That is the worst. Throwing up in general is depressing. It's like you want to die. Have you ever thrown up multiple times, like constantly? It is awful, man. Your mouth is just constant pain. You can't do anything. Your body sucks. The buildup, oh my God, the buildup. I haven't puked in a long time either, but vomiting is horrible. Jesus. Oof. Don't get COVID if you can. Please get vaxxed, you guys. All these symptoms suck. The vaccine doesn't protect you 100%, but it definitely limits a solid amount of these. Some people literally have long-term lung damage. Just think about it, okay? I hope I don't get in a lot of trouble with a lot of people, and I hope people understand that this is, you know, it's fun, but, you know, we're not trying to offend anybody here. COVID is something that we had to deal with the last 2 years. I'm just trying to make a little bit of levity around it because it's very depressing to be stuck in quarantine all the damn time. But yeah, okay, everybody. That is it for the COVID-19 symptoms tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Bye.